What's up? Make sure you guys can hear me, see me. Are we good? Let me know about the. Let me refresh this. At least the sound should be good, somewhat. Make sure we're ready. Make sure we're set. I got the chat right here on the left. You guys can't see anything yet, but I'm getting slideshow, all of that ready. So let me see. Ron J, what's up? Let me see who's here. Let's see. Dan, David, Alfredo's also here. Cranty, Soulfed, Flippin' Cheddar, Paper Drew, District Deals, Hustle B is here. So with the B, he'll be in the chat. We'll also talk about a little update on what's going on. Todd, let me see. Mercurial Venom always here. Jorge's also here. Fabian's here. Jimmy, Patel, what's up? Steven, Hector, more people coming. Bandit Clans. And man, Lion Sports, more people coming in. Let me see. Make sure I have my browser thing set. All right. So looks like we're good there. Tech Pop, Ocean So, good to see you too. Always here watching the show. Appreciate that. Doug the Pug. We have a lot of stuff to get into this episode. Pricing, store updates, little power rankings like we always do now with this new setup. Faith Lopez, good to see you too. So let me go. Let me see. Let me switch this and get it out of the way and make sure you guys can see everything, and we'll be set. El Paso, and it is safe here. I know. Yeah. So our president yesterday talked about how El Paso is extremely dangerous, but now it is safe. I've lived here my entire life. We are doing fine. All right. Share. Get this out of the way. Get this out of the way. Oh, did we keep this? Oh, I forgot. You guys probably can't even see me. Hold on. Let me make sure. Let me stop. Let me get that set up. I knew I forgot like another camera or something here. Safest city in Texas. All right, let me get this. Okay, put this here. And it's taking me forever. Not even professional here, man. We should have done this a long time ago. All right, get that. Get this. Okay. Get this out of the way. There's like so much stuff I gotta move. And share. Okay. We should be set. Let me know. Can you see everything? Can you see me? Can you see this little presentation thing we're gonna talk about? Little slideshow. Can you see the chat right there? And let me get this. All right, cool. Let me get this out of the way. Everything looks set. Everything looks set. Let me know in the chat. Everything's set up, and we're ready to go. So a little icebreaker. Let's talk about Super Bowl. A little boring. Probably one of the worst Super Bowls I've ever seen, and not just because I hate the Patriots and I'm a Dolphins fan, but come on, 13-3, one touchdown. I think the only good thing about Super Bowl Sunday, I had $1,000 sales day on eBay that helped out because of the boring game. Let me know. Did you exactly Super Bowl, bunch of punts, just nonstop punting action, super boring. Did you list? Maybe you didn't even watch it. Maybe you took photos and did other stuff instead of watching this game. Just last NFL game of the season, and that's what we had to watch. Sad. Next year, hopefully a better show. Rams weren't even worthy of Super Bowl contention. That's some hustle and silence. Rams let me down. I thought, look, I was good on the prediction. I said Patriots are going to win. So I was right on that. I was way off on the score. Rams are scoring like 30-something points a game, and then Super Bowl 3 points. But Dolphins, we have a new coach. We're trying to, that's hilarious. I'm Tommy. We're trying to turn into the Patriots. So we're taking their coaches. All right, let's go to the next thing. I always have to tell you guys about the PayPal thing. I'm still getting questions about it. I know it's going to be kind of an ongoing thing with taxes, but remember, 1099, go to your PayPal account. You can find that under reports, tax documents. You can download it, and you're set, ready to go. Um, I know, tax season. It sucks. Has to be done. All right, let's go to the next one. So lately, the last 2 weeks after we've been doing this show of just like a random word that either came to mind or things I'm thinking about while sourcing or random emails or DMs, things like that. So this word, easy. And the reason why I say easy is because it's a combination of two things. The first one, I think with reselling being, I mean, it is fun. Sourcing's fun. Sourcing's cool. I think people get the wrong impression, I guess, that it is easy. Let me know in the chat, how many full-time sellers do we have, and how many part-time sellers do we have? Let me know in the chat, because a lot of people do think that seeing a lot of things, of course, on YouTube or Instagram, things like that, that are reselling is easy. And making money, period, is difficult. Making a lot of money is even harder. And I just think that this perception, of course, of reselling is that it is easy. I think that once you start getting in, you learn it. It becomes easier over time, but you really have to perfect it and really get your craft going, your schedule, making things better and easier for you over time. But once you start to kind of grow and get more inventory, or maybe you start hiring, I mean, things are only going to get harder. It's not necessarily going to get easier unless you perfect something. And usually when that happens, you might get a little bored, and then you try to take on some other challenges. So it looks like we have a little mix. Let me see. Part-time. Let's see. Part-time. What's up? Cisco. MC3. What's up? Zach, Hustle and Muscle. Let me see. Full-time job, full-time seller. There we go. District deals. Part-time seller, full-time grad student, full-time, part-time, full-time, full-time. Hey, a little mix. Hey, a lot more full-timers than I thought I was going to see. I like to see that. Part-time for 8 more months. Todd, congrats. It looks like you're leaving your job to become full-time. Let me go full-time and part-time, a little mix. So I always like to ask that question to see what's kind of out there, what people are doing. But yeah, it is not easy. And we always talk about this. Almost seems like every time we talk about this, though, probably because so many emails that come out, like how easy it is to drop ship, how easy it is to make money on merch, how easy it is to make money on eBay. Nothing is easy, and you really, really got to put in the time and effort. Kind of like what David says, number one question from all my friends, where are you getting all this stuff? Happens all the time. I even had, so now my wife is helping me out. So she's taking some photos for eBay and helping me out with shipping. And I think it was like other relatives, some that we saw in the Super Bowl. We don't really we didn't really see them a lot, but they'd ask a question like, so what are you guys doing now? Or where do you work? And asking my wife. And it's like, yeah, we sell sneakers and stuff on eBay, and also make YouTube videos, and it just sounds super sketchy. Like when you try to, talk about it and what you actually do. But it's awesome, and I wouldn't do anything else. All right, store updates. Let's start off with the first one. Like, if California really needs more stores, Burlington is prepared to launch a store at Valley Plaza Shopping Center in North Hollywood this April. And this article actually just came out today. So it's going to be, looks like an old Sears and Burlington coming your way. So let me see, what anybody in this area I know. Where is he, Mr. Sports LA? How far is this? Is anywhere near this area? But Burlington coming in April. That store should be fire. There you go. Hey, there, Zach, Tracy, it's near us. New Burlingtons. That's pretty exciting. And like I said, just saw this article today. So I think that's pretty awesome. Let's go to the next one. And Marshall's to open this one in Moline. So Moline, I think, is still kind of further out from Chicago. And I don't know how far this is from Chicago. Let me know in the chat if you know where this is. But they are getting a Marshalls that will help you out as well. So 2 new stores, and of course the bigger states are getting them, which they already have quite a bit of stores, but now they're getting more. So there we go. Moline and North Hollywood. Let me know in the chat if you know where these are at, and if you're excited, I guess, to see these stores, see what they get. The new Burlington that we have in our area, I think it opened up. Let me see. When did the new Burlington? I think November of last year. It's been pretty rough, like off and on, some stuff here and there, but it doesn't have like that Burlington smell. You know, it's a good Burlington when they have that musk in the air and it smells like Burlington, and you know the finds are going to be good. This Burlington is too new. They're still trying to build up. I think once it gets that smell, we know it's going to be a good Burlington. All right, let me see. Make sure everything's good here. You guys can see. All right, we're set. And it says, I was told we're getting new DT's discounts in Northeast El Paso. It's good. Good to hear. I didn't know about that one, but I'll have to look it up. Maybe I'll put that in there. Dat Musk. All right, let's go to the store updates. And, we're still in store updates. Sorry. Nike factory and clearance stores, in case you didn't already know. Friends and family, February 21st through the 25th, 30% off your entire purchase. I can recommend for you to do your research, go to these stores, figure out what you're going to do, and maybe how you're going to get some of the cards. Maybe you're not. Maybe you already have some of the coupons through email, trying to figure this thing out. But it is this month. Also, make sure you have the capital ready, because that always happens to where it's like they always try to pick certain times where if you don't have the capital, you might get kind of screwed over. But make sure you have the capital. Make sure you're set. And February 21st. And a little hint, me and Kenny, the Hustle Bee, just might be at a secret out hustled location for this. Keep that in mind. Where to get these coupons? You can sign up on the Nike website or the app, and you can probably get it through the email, or you can know somebody in the friends and family, or you can buy them on eBay. I don't know how much they are. But you might be able to buy some on there. And there we go. Friends and family is a ripoff. They mark up the prices. Not worth it. Depends on the items. You got to do your research. That's why I say how important it is to visit these stores and to figure that out, because some are overpriced. Some things aren't worth it. Some things are. And it may not necessarily just be shoes. Take a look at other items out there, backpacks, clothing, and mix it up a bit. Totally up to you, your business model, and how many stores you have in your area. All right, power rankings, which I've gotten some. Did those Merinos sell yet? No, I still have them. I did list them. They've been on there, but they haven't sold yet. So power rankings, nothing has changed yet. Week after week, we're expecting something new in the power rankings. Burlington still remains on top. 5 stars from me still. Marshall's at number 2, even though Ross is very, very close. And the funny thing is, all right, going through the emails, some people are like, man, Burlington is just like the only thing for me right now. I'm not finding anything at Marshall's and Ross. And then I have some people that are like, man, Ross is doing really good for me right now. And Marshall's is like the lowest on my list. So totally depends, like what's in your area. For me, I think Burlington is still on the number 1 spot. High-end cleats, Ultra Boost. I'll throw some NMDs in there, which we're going to talk about that later. Really just depends also, of course, on the model and the colorway, things like that. Air Max 95, some of the Kobe random stuff out there at Marshall's. District Deals posted today, I think, Air Max 95, but a little pricey at $79.99. Ross Air Max 270s have been out there. We're going to talk about that later. Air Max 98, some cleats. I saw some Kyries, a little mixed on, picking some up. Same thing. Depends on the price, the colorway, and the size out there. Yellow tag clearance still, TJ Maxx. I did go this week. I saw the same stuff, really didn't see anything new. And these discounts, they're, put that there. And let me make sure everything's set here. All right, everything's still playing. I don't want to disappear and have government shut down where they tried shutting me down the first show. Now I've gotten, here's the thing. All right, I get it. I've gotten the emails, gotten the DMs. Glenn, why are you so unfair on Diddy's discounts? I mean, if you haven't gone this week, you have them at 1 star, number 5 on the power rankings. This is ridiculous. And you know what? I agree, and I apologize. I haven't been, 100%, going all in on Diddy's discounts and giving them the fair judgment of possibly being number 1 on the power rankings. Eddie, $2 funding for the next workshop. Appreciate that. Eddie, $2 super chat. So I was like, you know what? Diddy's discounts. So here we go. Full slides for Diddy's discounts. What did I find? I did go this week. $49.99. Found some Prestos. Gold and black colorway. So, hey, comparable value, what? $96. Diddy's is whack. It was hilarious. So yeah, Prestos. If you haven't gone, maybe they'll have them. Maybe they won't. This is the only one that I saw. I think it was a size 8. This Nike SB Flyknit random things. I don't know what they are exactly, but I've seen them there for a while, and they're pretty small. I think they're a size 7. Man, reduced $54.99 down to $46.99. These discounts pushing it. But yes, Dookie discounts. That's from Doug the Pug. But yes, I'm gonna tell you, it did go. Let's go to the next slide. We got some indoor Tempos, $29.99, which they were. It's pretty pricey. Consider the fact that we can go to, Burlington. You're getting Phantoms and stuff for $20. But we got some indoors in here, $29. Not only that, comparable value to $40. All right, let's go to the next one. Stop the madness. And huge KD Tray 5s and huge Hardens, $44.99. And I think they're both size 15. So there's your Diddy's discounts breakdown. And because of going through all this, and because I reevaluated the power rankings, and I was like, you know what? Let's be fair to Diddy's discounts and our new power rankings. We have Diddy's discounts at number 5 with 1.25 star, and we put Prestos and huge shoes. So there we go. There's your new update on the power rankings, and just me being ultimately fair with Diddy's discounts at our number 5 spot. All right. You need to hit Las Cruces, Ross. Marshall's new Diddy's discount. Good stuff there. For sure. I need to, I haven't gone to Las Cruces in a while, to tell you the truth. I really need to go out there. Even their Savers is okay. But in general, thrifting and Savers and stuff have been pretty pricey lately. Have you ever bought something that sold the same day you listed? Definitely. Even some things within the hour. Just depends what item it is. Let me see. They should just shut down that franchise and stock Ross. It's kind of funny though that I guess because of the things that they buy, maybe just don't think that it's right for Ross. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Diddy's play too much. Diddy's needs to be fair to us. Do you shop at Gibbs? I don't, because I don't have a Gibbs. And actually there's only I think I only went to 1 or 2 Gibbs over the Out Hustleds. Gotta ask Ken. I think we only went once, maybe, and that was outside of the DC area. I don't have a Gibbs. I don't have access, but I would definitely throw that in there if I could. But just haven't been able to source or go unless I go travel. All right, that's it for the power rankings. And man, that was quick. 20 minutes in, and we've already covered quite a bit. Let's go to pricing, which is our main top. Oh, totally forgot. We had an update on the item we talked about last week. Air Max Plus, the men's. You guys remember this. We talked about this whole thing for a while, and people in the chat were just bashing this seller. And at one point during the live show, someone was like, it's gone. I don't see the listing. What happened? So I went back, wanted to double check, see what's going on. And the same time during this live show, best offer accepted. They took lower than $60. And since I know this happened during the live show, I know it was one of you guys, and straight savages. And I love it. I'm glad someone bought these, and hopefully you get, I don't know, double, triple amount that you got them for from this person. And I didn't even notice this on the listing, is that they put in the title 10.5 and men's size 11. They put in the actual size. I don't know. Whoever bought this, please let me know what size you get. Whatever they send you, let me know what they're gonna send you, whatever size, and let me know if they left the Ross tag on there. Please let me know. I'm hoping they did, and hopefully they just left them as is. But yeah, that's an update on the Air Max Plus. Los, my boy, what's up? Okay, now let's go to the pricing. Chat savage. They are. All right, let me see, make sure. Okay, everything's good here. We're still playing. All right, let's go to the next one. This is going to be our topic. Glenn, it was me off proof. It was size 10.5, and yes, they left the tag. That's from TechPot. So TechPot, let me know. Also, if you want to send me if you want to send me any photos that you got the shoe or whatever, let me know. That's pretty awesome. No. Let me see. That guy is the what? eBay, Walmart, some Eddie. Tech Pop, that's awesome. So one of the questions I get, especially after seeing this listing, how should I price my Ross finds? What should I do? Especially a lot of the newbies that come in, and what makes sense? What kind of profit margin should I be looking for? Does being the lowest price truly matter when you're listing your Ross finds? I can tell you right now, the answer is no. There's a lot of factors that come into play, and we're going to talk about these factors that I think make not only a good listing, but a good price, because you also want to be competitive with the other sellers that are out there. You also don't want to be super high that it's like, man, there's no way someone is going to pick that up. It doesn't make sense. So you're looking at it from a buyer's point of view, what makes sense. And if you're a shoe collector, what makes sense to you? Like if you're going to buy those Air Max Plus, and you're going through the listing, what are the things that you would look for? So let me go into more questions and things that I asked. So what is your business model? Some people don't have one. Some people don't have enough capital to invest, and some people are, they want to flip fast, thinking that, I can make a quick $5 and then I could put that into another pair, which doesn't make sense either. And are you a newbie? And if you are, that's not a bad thing. The newbie thing would just mean, hey, build up your account, or maybe work on some things that you can have some better feedback, and people have that trust, or buyers have that trust in you to purchase your item. So I said on my Instagram on the story that I am going to show you some real life examples. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Let me go back up. What are what's going on in the chat? Let me see. Research lowest price and price $10 below district deals. Let me see. You and B taught me patience. The low price sellers sell out, and then your sell. Price the highest. Trust me, it's from Hustlebee. So here's my example. Let's look at the Air Max Plus that we talked about last week, right? And the thing is, you better not show my listings. That's hilarious. I don't think any of these listings have any usernames or nothing. I'm just going by completed listings and everything. And the reason why I want to bring this one up is because we saw this one last week. We know that they left the Ross tag on here. We know that they were priced the lowest from all the Air Max Plus in this colorway, in this style code that was out there. They priced them the lowest. Now, the day after, we had the exact same shoe, right? model, everything. 145 best offer. And the funny thing here is that they are the same size because of a size 11. But even their photo, I mean, when you really think about it, they're very similar with this kind of like wood grain stuff thing in the back. They kind of also had this like this view, this top view, right? Huge difference. 60 obviously, and then 145. But even during that same day that these had sold, 129, buy it now. There's some different things though you can look at. Is buy it now, free shipping. Obviously they did best offer accepted, so did they, free shipping. So also looking at the titles, these people did put new. Does that help? Depends. What is the buyer looking at if you're trying to buy something? When should you not use best offer? I feel it brings a ton of tire kickers or low ballers. I mean, personally, I like to use best offer even if I'm not really going to do a lot of wiggle room. And the reason why is just because eBay had sent out some just different tips and things like that, that they do push the ones that have a best offer on there. And remember, you can also do like instant decline on a lot of this stuff. I mean, if it doesn't make sense and there's just the low ballers coming in, instant decline, they'll give up, or well, better yet, you won't even see it. For mine, especially if they're not even, my rule is I'll do best offer, but if they're not even halfway, then there's no point of even trying to counter. That's just auto decline for me. And that's it for when it comes to that stuff. But I think having a best offer, at least you're considering it. I think that's good, but doesn't mean that you're automatically going to accept whatever offers come in. Let me see. Mr. Desmond, thumbs up for the merch by Amazon info. Appreciate that. See ya. All my sales have been best watchers. Set a reasonable price based on product availability and demand. Never underprice for the fear that no sale because there's a buyer for every price point. Patience is key. I like that. Ben has a really good comment on that and being patient. And let me see. So just one of the examples. Let me go to one here. So this is mine. And I sold it for $100. You've seen these 270s. Maybe you have, maybe you haven't. At Ross, $100. And I think this sold the next day or something. Now, a lot of the times, I mean, when I picked them up, there was already like 240 40 listings or something, like 240 listings, quite a bit of them. These were already on there, selling for $67.95, $75. And even then, me selling them at $95, I was like, man, like they're 270s. I know they're worth good money, but at the same time, they'd been at the outlets for a while. Some people picked them up, some people didn't. And it was one of these colorways too that was like a hit or miss. But there was already quite a bit of listings out there. And I was like, you can either do two things, right? Pick them. You can either, well, actually do a couple of things. Number one, not pick them up, leave them in store, which some people did. Number two, you can pick them up and list them for the lowest, which some people did, 67. You can list them at the highest. Some people did that too. I think I saw them for like 180 or 200. Or you can be competitive. And for me, I was at 99. I think it made sense. I still picked them up for 39. I was still making like 90% ROI on this or whatever, picking them up for the $39, even with the free shipping. But impacting the game, he's still selling them $83, slightly over the 75. So I could be like, hey, I'll match the 83, or I can go higher than that. And what I feel is not only going to make sense for the profit margin in my model, or going for 40% ROI or more, or I can just match someone else's. It doesn't make sense to do that just to match whatever someone else is selling it on. You can still sell something even though it's way higher than everybody else. I always see that fool's listings when I run the comps. Yeah, I mean, he's going for a volume game. His model is totally different than a lot of other people. Is going for high volume, but is also selling things for really, really cheap. Some things. Yeah, some people are like lowballing the game. He is, yeah, on some stuff. Some stuff I've seen, surprisingly, it was like super high price. I was like, man, I'm surprised he has these price so high. Another example though, and the reason why I throw in NMDs, because it all comes down to research, right? People were like, man, I've seen so many NMDs out there that are garbage. So many NMDs that I've just passed on. Yeah, there's some NMDs that you would, because the colorway is not that great. But there's some out there that, hey, maybe the size is good, the competition is lower, maybe that colorway is popular. Props to this guy. I don't know who it is. Hopefully they follow the channel. But $129.99. This is a huge swing from people that are selling it at 89, 90 range. 130 and the same size. These have been there. This one's a newer listing, but these had been there for a while as well. But hey, 130 bucks. And hopefully they did pick these up at Burlington. It was $44.99. It seems to be the ongoing NMD price, but a popular colorway, and they got the most out of it compared to what other people have been selling it for. So that's a good thing too. It wasn't even, this is not my listing. I don't know who it is, but props to them. Golf clap. Actually, better clap. 130. Crazy Boy says 130. Got them for 39. That's even better. Better price. Sorry, needed some water. Dying out here. Make sure everything's set. Okay, and put this away. Everything's set. But let me know NMDs. So the thing is too, is that on this particular colorway, and looking at the model, everything else, the style code, there wasn't a lot of competition compared to, I think there was like a green one, olive green one that was pretty flooded already. So this person obviously did their research and they did that, and they got the right amount for it. What's a good selling to sold ratio when doing research on an item? That's kind of tough, because you want to see like how many people are selling it right now. In your size, of course. How many people are selling it right now? If you saw there was like 300, 300 listings in general makes sense. But if there's, I don't know, like 100 in your particular size, I mean, that's a lot. And if you see these low ballers that are just kind of all around there, they're just like, it might get discouraged. The Air Max Plus, on the other hand, we saw quite a bit of them at like 129 plus. And for the most part, everybody was staying on top of things and got it priced higher. And it makes sense. I've seen a lot of new videos with, resellers talking about in like the sneakerhead community, right? On YouTube. And they're talking about how resellers at one point were like StockX and GOAT and all these are ruining the reseller market. And then we had the other end where people were the buyers, the collectors are like, man, I love these apps and eBay and stuff like that, because we have all these low ballers competing with each other that I can just snipe, a certain shoe for cheap, a Jordan 1 or anything like that, cheap. And right now it is more of like a buyer's market. I think it's like the perfect time if you are a collector to buy, because of the low ballers that are going to bring the price down. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about that after this. So different factors that come into play. If you noticed, so the three examples that we show, that we just shown right now, top rated seller, that comes into play, right? Some people look at that, some people don't. Free shipping, free returns, buy it now and best offer, great feedback, photos and trust in the item, correct title and keywords. And the last thing I totally forgot to include in this though, is that there's some people that, if you're a buyer and they really want the item soon, they actually search by like the closest zip code. And if you can get it to them quicker, they might actually go with yours, even though it's priced at, let's say, $100, and then the other one is at 75. They might go with yours because they can get it quicker, and they could wear them to wherever they're going for the weekend or whatever. So I've seen that happen before. I probably should have put that in there for one of the factors. Half a Pino, what's up? But definitely throw that in there. We talk about correct title and keywords, and with that is the Air Max Plus example. They had 10.5 in the title, but yet they actually had an 11. So keep that in mind on the sizes, trusting in the item. I always like to include the inside tag. I think that helps. And if a collector is looking for authentic item, then they're probably going to look for that and look for the better photo. So they have that trust in you. Great feedback. If you're a new seller, if you've only sold like 5 items or 10 items, then someone might be like, I don't know, what else are they selling? And then they see that you're selling other cleats out there and they got the TJ Maxx tag on there. Then you're like, I don't know if I trust this seller right now. Free returns, people want to make sure their shoes fit, so that always happens, and could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. You don't have to do free returns, you don't have to do free shipping. Depends on your business model. That's something you want to do, but it could be some things that you look for. I know when I bought Air Max 97s for myself, I was looking at like free shipping. I really didn't care for the free returns because I noticed that they were selling a lot of other shoes and they had the positive feedback. But for me, free shipping was like, all right, cool. Like I don't have to add things up and see how much I have to consider for the price to buy these. It just didn't make sense. So Legit Vlogs, what's up? Good to see you too. Let me see. Man, I haven't talked to him in a while, so probably should text him, see what's up. Let me see him go back up. Just got paid my first sale on the app. That's from Doug the Pug. Let me see. What's up, Legit? From Muslim Silence. Okay, so pricing. What do you want to do or not do? You don't want to be the lowest. Trust me, you don't want to do this. You don't want to jump in and just be like, hey, I can price at $60, even though I bought them at $49.99. You don't want to do that. It just doesn't make sense. You're not going to make enough money to even reinvest in anything else. And you're just going to be waiting for someone because you think that being the lowest that someone's going to, go ahead and get it. Doesn't make sense. Someone say Glenn's eBay name, G Customs 41. I'll say it for you. Exactly. Market crashers. They don't want to be extremely high. This just because, you could sell if you're the highest, not saying that it won't, but as a, as a buyer and looking to and get something, I'm not going to buy something extremely high when I can get it somewhere else for cheaper. Why would you? And if I'm listing something with low competition, I will price higher. So that's what I'm saying. When you're doing the research, keep that in mind. If you're not competing with a lot of people, why would you be the lowest out of 7 sellers? I've seen people do this, and it's weird. It's like you find a shoe. There's only 7 other people selling it. I saw this on a cleat this weekend at a cleats that I found at Burlington. And I was like, man, not a lot of people are selling this. Not even just from the size, period. Not a lot of people selling it. And I was like, man, that's all right, looking pretty good. And then I saw someone selling it for what was the cleat? It's selling it for 60. It was like a dumb price. It was like $62. And I was like, that doesn't make sense. There's not even that many sellers selling this model. So I bought it obviously and I listed it and I was nowhere near, the $60 price or whatever. It just doesn't make sense. Look at your competition and price it accordingly. Look at the market, like what Ben said too. Price it accordingly. Make sense that you're gonna make money in your model and you're not just gonna be here fooling around and making $5 profit. All right, let me go back up. Man, where am I? It looks like I got lost. Let me see. I'll ask him about the apps. Let me see. Someone recently requested a return because the shoe I sold them didn't fit. I do not offer free returns. Should I honor the request, or is this not a good enough reason? What should I do? The thing is, eBay has their money back guarantee things. If they try to open a case that that it didn't fit, that's a totally different thing. But really, a customer could open a case and just be like, I didn't like it, period. And then you gotta deal with it anyway. So it's almost like that's a tough one, because I think eBay is gonna make you do something anyway with that. So, but like I said, I don't think it's bad that you don't offer free returns, but eBay has their thing with it. But I wouldn't look at it as a bad thing too. If it doesn't fit, cool, and you can go along with it. It's totally up to you and what your model is. What do you want to do? Let's see. Because Ben says accept the return or it might have a negative feedback and not worth it. So yeah, accept it. I have just depending on what the model is too. Some people do auto accept, some people don't. Your call on that. I think you do a low price only if you did a bad buy and you just try to get out. If you try to get out, you can do that down the road. I'm assuming your 30-day policy is probably done. You don't have the receipt anymore. Something happened. And over time, you really did the research and you really thought it was going to be a good buy. And you're really just trying to break even and get out of it. I mean, it does make sense. It does happen from time to time. That's from Martino Finds. All right, let me go to, we already talked about this on, worth the price and wait it out and all of this. And like I said, makes sense to the buyer and hit the target ROI that you have. So, all right, let's go to the comments. And this one was interesting, that's why I'm saying that we're going to talk about this and the apps a little bit more. So comments. I know this is from last week's show. This is from Electric Threads. I noticed the apps, which we know what we're talking about. Pricing for sure are many times are going for a lot less than what people are getting on eBay. I want to list some Jordan Platinums and Concords, but sold on eBay were much better than the apps. Ever notice? Thanks. And this is what I was talking about a little bit before. So let me go back on the apps. So depends on the model. And there are some things that are selling way better on eBay that are tanking bad on the apps. And then there's some things that are selling really, really good on the apps, even after the fees, that you're like, man, I'm not going to do this on eBay. Doesn't make sense. So it depends on the model and what shoe you have, but there's you might get more money on Poshmark, like I don't know, but there's better platforms for better shoes, and you really have to, you can cross list, you can go through all of them, see which one's going to make you the right amount of money for your model. But like I said before, I think right now is more of a buyer's time when it comes to these apps, because people are trying to really undercut a lot. Because on the apps, when you really think about it, what makes you different than other people? There's nothing to go by. You can't take photos. You can't have better feedback. You can't offer free returns or free shipping. It's just you competing with other people, and you don't know who it is. I think it was Carlos that was like, these low ballers are hiding. These peasants are hiding because we don't know who it is, and there's no usernames. There's nothing like that. And that's the thing, though, is that you can continually undercut until someone buys it, and then that's it. But you can't make yourself different than anybody else that's out there. I think a lot of the it depends on the model too, but a lot of the new shoes that are coming out, there's just some that just tanked bad. I don't know if they're ever going to come back. And then there's some like the Jordan 1 Spider-Man that are just like increasing up and up and up. And, totally depends on the platform and the shoe, like I'm talking about for the comments. So, all right, shout outs. People have tagged me. People have sent me DMs. You want to, be featured on a live show, do some shout outs on here. Relentless Teen, who me, Carlos, and Hustle B met in Florida, showing off his mega haul. Look at all these Vapor Max. The funny thing is, I've never seen any Vapor Max at my Burlington. I don't know why, but I've never seen Vapor Max, period. What's going on there? But shout out to Relentless Teen, JLAZ. If I said that right, shout out to you for the Air Max 1. So $44.99. That's a pretty sweet colorway too. South Beach. Low Sun, Mini Los. Exactly. Relentless Teen. And then we need Relentless Kid. And then we need Relentless Baby. All right. Faith Lopez, shout out to you. I know you're in the chat, but killing it with the cleats. 1999 random cleat models out there. So that's always good to see that some of the cleats. These I actually did see in my area. Only found one pair though. Really wish I found more. What are the thoughts? Let me know in the chat on there's different colorways and or different models with this colorway out there in the women's section. Some people have picked up a lot. Some people different. Obviously, this is a totally different bottom than the one that I found. But let me know what you think. Let me go to the last one. Sideline deals for the Air Max Deluxe and the Luck Ducks with the Air Max 95 JDI. And have not found these in my area. $59.99. Let me know also in the chat if you've seen these out there. Let me see. Glenn, start your own eBay low fees. Start my own platform they could resell on. The only ones that would be selling on there are the resellers that follow the channel, and then we'd have to get buyers. I've only seen low-end cleats. That's from David. Let me see. JDIs were flooded in San Diego. Man, I can't even find one pair. That's the thing that I find kind of crazy, though, is that some people find some things that are just like, yeah, these are flooded. And I'm like, I've never even seen them in my area. But that's the beauty of it, is that you never know what people are going to find, what you're going to find. That's why you got to keep going and see what's out there. So remember, you can tag me if you want to get a couple of shout outs in there. Tag me, Hustler Hacks on IG. You can follow me there, like, subscribe the channel, so you already know. All right, let me get out of this, and and we'll take last Q&A before we go. And let me get this up here, make sure we're set. All right. So yeah, any Q&A, anything you want to throw out there, comments, anything you want to say. Secret out hustled for the next one. We're not sharing the location, but no workshop yet. Still going to figure that out. Right now, we're just going to sourcing mode and trying to build up for 2019. So we have that. Let me see. How about them Lakers? Hustle in silence. Man, Lakers right now is man, they're a mess. Nobody trusts LeBron right now. Everyone's going to get traded. And man, my Lakers are just, yeah, it's a mess. Your outline boring. Yeah, boring was talking about the Super Bowl. So that's why we had boring on there. That's from Jeff. LeBron ruined the Lakers. We kind of knew that was going to happen too. It's like once LeBron comes in, he has like, LeBron's not going to do it on him, by himself. He's going to try to build up this new big three. He wants to get Anthony Davis. Kyrie's like, yeah, man, I wouldn't mind like playing with LeBron again. And it's like, you knew that was going to happen. He tries to build this up. That's why I think his legacy is totally different than Kobe and Jordan. Let me see. When are you coming to South Jersey or Philly? Oh, man, I know we've talked about East. I don't do well in the cold, so we gotta wait a little bit. Let me see. Bron didn't ruin the Lakers. They were in third place before they missed 18 games. Let's see what they do. But I like Kuzma. Like I like the young talent. I just don't think we have to just trade and get everything, trade them all away just to get AD right now. I think they could build that up. I like the young core unit that they have. How old are you? That's a good question. 33 years young. Let me see. Is FBA worth it? Any advice on how to start? FBA is worth it depending on what you're trying to get into and also what you're approved to sell, because not everybody is approved to sell every single brand. Some people also get into, instead of just like sourcing stores, they have like some wholesale connections. So FBA definitely worth it You got to know what you're doing, and you got to know what you can and cannot sell, and start off slow, and getting into that process. But I would probably start off with brand new. You can sell some used items, like video games and stuff, but brand new items, sealed. If you can get them super low and you're approved, start off with that. Let me see. I'm gonna go. I'll hustle the Oxen Hill. Infrared, is it worth the flip? That's a good question. It looks like right now some of the smaller sizes are going to be worth it. That's going to be totally changed once everything gets released. Right now it's still too early because I think the only people that have them are like from the early release. I think it's too early to tell. Let me see. First time posting on eBay. Super excited. It's from Sal. There we go. Starting up. Crazy Raw stores in Penn. They're not getting rid of Kuzma Alonso though. Let's see. Never ask him at his age. Restrictions are killer. Definitely. Are you approved to sell Nike and FBA? I am, but only because I got grandfathered in. I mean, I could, but I can't. I can't sell Under Armour, and I think I can't sell Adidas because I wasn't selling that stuff beforehand. I was only selling Nike. Let me see. Cleats are doing great for me. Several pairs sold 24 hours at high prices. That's from Faith. There we go. I like that. I like that comment. You ever buy some shoes to resell but fall in love with them and can't let them go? Yeah, I have a feeling that's going to happen, especially with some of these new releases that are coming out. I'm a fan of like the turbo ones. They're almost like a Hustler Hacks colorway. So, and infrared sixes, I definitely got to get a pair for myself. Would you pick up Stitch NFL jerseys right now? Depends on the player and the price. If you can get a good deal on them. Let me see. Grandfathered in the magic word. Let me see. Is just being on eBay enough, or would you recommend being on multiple platforms? I always recommend multiple platforms, because even outside of selling on eBay and let's say the apps, I'm still selling like on Merch by Amazon. I'm still doing other things outside of that, and not just selling on eBay. But like what me and Hustlebee had talked about before, master something though, and feel comfortable doing that, and then you can get onto other platforms. I wouldn't recommend, like, if you haven't even mastered eBay yet, trying to figure out Poshmark or some other apps if you don't really know what you're doing from the first one. So do that, then get on some other ones. That helps you out because now if something sells, you can carry that momentum on. But also remember, take that off. And you don't want to double or triple sell something you don't even have the product. You really got to be on top of your inventory, and be smart about that. Let me see. Let me go back up. Let me see. What Hustler snacks have you been enjoying? I haven't really been eating any Hustler snacks from stores. Maybe we got to do that though for the next Out Hustled. Let me see. How would you scale this business? That's from Connor. That's a good question. How would you scale this business when it comes to like Ross, Marshalls, Burlington, etc.? How you can scale is number one. Well, you can scale if you have a lot of stores. I mean, if you have a lot of stores, that's really going to help you out, and you are going to pick up, really good items that are going to sell for you, and you're going to keep reinvesting money in these items to build more and more. You can't scale up. That's why we talk about the low ballers, undercutters, and selling something for $60, buying it for $44.99 or $49.99. You can't scale that way in your model because you're only making like $3 to $5 profit on each. How are you going to be able to spend more money and buy more items that way? So in this case, to scale up, you would want to pick up those cleats if you can find them, because it's $19.99. You're selling them for $100, $120, $140 plus, even higher than that if the model is worth it. Now you have more money to come back to reinvest in other things. But you don't want to start off low and just trying to, flip quick because it's low. You're not going to scale up that way. District deals move to Cali. There we go. And like what Hustleby said, so yeah, you have to sacrifice some other things as well to scale that up, whether it means you're going to eat ramen noodles and frozen pizza, or maybe you're going to sell the Jordans that you have in your personal collection to get more capital. Because once you have capital and some cash flow coming in, I mean, the combination, now you have some room that you really can invest in other things, maybe outside of the standard things that you've been finding already. So it's a combination of things. Not in El Paso. Do Adidas cleats do well? Yes, some do. Predators, other things that are going to pick up 18.1 or 19.1, the point ones. Yes, they do. Nike cleats sell really good. Yes, they do. So, but Nike's where it's at. You're probably gonna get more money that way. But I've sold Adidas cleats before. When to start selling football cleats? List them now. I mean, I have some listed. I don't know if they're going to sell now or not, but different buyers come in random things, and it's at the right price, at the right size that they're looking for. They could do it. I need off-white 90s soul-fed. Oh man, soul-fed. Who wouldn't want off-white 90s? Favorite retro Jordan? It's always been the Jordan 11, but I feel like that's just like a standard, like, I think everyone just says that. So I would say Jordan 3 is really, and well, Jordan 3, Jordan 1. This is kind of tough, but one of those. Stock up on RBX. Funny comment. Someone left, I don't know if it was a comment or a DM or something, but someone's like, I see RBX all the time, Ross Burlington, but I never see anybody wearing RBX outside of the store. And I thought this comment was hilarious. So the other day, me and the wife, we went to the gym, and there was a dude wearing RBX, and I put the weights down. So I put the weights down, and then when I put them down, this guy was like, he was using like a bench press, kind of like near, and I was like, man, is this guy really wearing RBX right now? And I was like thinking like it'd be hilarious for like a Instagram story. But I was like, man, there's no way I don't care what it is. I'm not taking pictures of dudes at the gym. It's not having it. But at least I can tell you the funny story. RBX was at the gym. Oh, Hustle Muscle. A bunch of people using RBX at the gym. There we go. RBX and Levi's. It's hilarious. So yeah, any other questions? Looks like we've got 2 minutes before we go. And let me know on the what else we have going on. I think what else I get finished editing. Oh, another Plato's Closet did really, really good. I'll have that video up sometime this week. I'm also gonna get, I don't know if to do the shipping tip video or the I'll probably do the other tip video, which I have like removing the marker and all that from shoes. Let me see. X-Ray, Academics, you can throw out there. Fat Farm out there. Of course, Levi's. See, I have a Nike jacket that listed for retail price. Can't find any other one on eBay. Should I lower the price or stay firm? Listed 200. Stay firm. Especially if it's only been, how long has it been on there? That's another question. Stay firm on the price. I have some like handcrafted Levi's jackets on there. I'm not lowering the price. I'm staying firm. See what happens. And there's not really that many other listings on there. So I don't know. It's hard to tell. But I'm not just going to, lower the price just because. Let me see. Does Orange Fitness count as a gym? Can ask Hustleby. I don't think it does. I'm just kidding. All right. How do you clean shoes? Old-fashioned way, but toothbrush and that other like scrubby thing. And I go all around. And then when I'm done, I do have kind of like, OxyClean stuff. That stuff works good. I did get the Jason and Mark stuff. It works okay, but really just depends on how dirty these shoes are. I've seen some bad stuff at Plato's Closet and ridiculous prices, but do that, go all around. And then on the inside, I get tape, kind of try to remove if there's any like loose, random dog hair or regular hairs or pubes or whatever else is in there. Remove all that with the tape. And then after that, I'll even go through the Goo Gone just to make sure I got everything else set. And that's pretty much it. Maybe I can do a video on cleaning stuff. I'll let you guys know. All right, we're done. And we'll see you guys next week. I got new videos coming out and different stuff that I found. And almost done editing some other stuff for Burlington and Ross. And yeah, we'll see you guys next week. Go out and get it.